she's still there. That's actually good. We'll never use it again. Yeah, I thought that would be the case, but still. That is so stupid. Alright.
So, good. You've managed to gather all the keys.
Yes, that's right. I have everything. What should I start with?
Place the Clement III cross on the console. Then you have to put the nails on the disc of the door.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
I'm gonna fail this. Yeah.
What theme did you start with?
As the fresco shows the birth of Christ, I placed 1 nail in Bethlehem, 1 in chapter 2, and 1 in verse 6. The iris opened a little. I thought it was normal. Behind the aperture of the iris, there is a duct in which I put my hand. I felt something like a valve at the bottom. I thought by turning it the door would open, or the iris would open completely, or something else would happen. Instead, I felt something like an axe cut off my hand. I really thought it was the end of me.
What did you do then?
Well, although I had made some unfortunate choices, I was lucky in that Mortimer was well stocked with drugs. I raided his supplies of medicine.
No, you can get your Bible. That's fine. That's totally fine.
All right, my turn now.
Go ahead, impress me. I'll shut up and let you concentrate.
Great. Great, Mama. Okay, cross first. Let's read this again here, though. Well, Lord, I finished improving the lock on your reinforced door. As agreed, you will need several items with which to open it. Cross of Clement. Yeah, okay. On the back of the message is written correspondence of dates. 17th October 84, 30 Ramadan, minus 554, 30 Tishrei, and so on. Okay. Okay, so it's the same date, but in different calendars, yeah? What do we do with this
The
one?
cycle of the moons has nothing to do with what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Okay. We'll see.
The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I can assure you that that is not the solution to this enigma. This fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
We'll have to trust her.
theme of Christ. So the birth is not the right one. What about the actual crucifixion? I mean, putting in the nails would fit very well.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I. Nothing more.
N-R-I?
Why, of course. I-N-R-I. Jesus Nazarenus Rex Eudorum. These initials stand for Jesus the Nazarene, King of the Jews. This is the inscription which appears on the cross at the crucifixion of Jesus.
The crucifixion again. I think we're good in that direction. Crucifixion.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions.
We do this already?
There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nailed. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
Well, if it's the crucifixion, where did that take place and when? I'm honest with you, I'm not the best when it comes to religion in general.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
I'm a heretic? I'm just non-religious. That is. I think there is like a higher being than the human, or like humanity, but I'm not saying it's God or Allah or in what religion ever. I would say there's just something higher. If only it was Mother Nature. But yeah. Anyways, you can name the town. Yeah, well, let's see first if we can find it out here. Bethesda's on the wall, so let's check that out.
Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes. Chapter 1, verse 9. Jesus was baptized by John in Jordan on the 9th of Hesvan, 3852. Chapter 3, verse 18. Words truly pronounced in Abagash. Chapter 2, verse 6. Jesus was born of Mary and Joseph on the 22nd of Teveth at midnight, 3762, in the village of Bethlehem. Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem. Chapter 5, verse 2. Jesus cures the sick and lame on the 8th of Adar, 3791, in Jerusalem, at the pool of Bethesda. All stand and fling away their canes.
Okay, so that's the same.
Chapter 2, verse 2. Publius Sulpicius Quirinius was born in Lanuvium. Chapter 7, verse 11. Jesus went to Nain.
Eh? Didn't he just read Jesus went to Nain? But it says Jesus never went to Nain. Eh? Okay, that's weird.
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth. He appeared with a halo above his head. Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces to the ground. But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here, he has risen. Remember how he told you while he was still with you in Galilee." Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
That would be it. Right. Okay.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst. Chapter 14, verse 22. On the 7th of Nisan, 3793, Jesus shared his Last Supper in the Cenacle in Jerusalem.
I wanted to check this here. No. So I would. Can we talk to her? No. I would actually assume it's the crucifixion, right? So. The 8th of Nisan, 3793. Would be 26th March 33, right? March 33. Bethesda, Nazareth, Bethlehem. Gosh. Jordan, Jerusalem, Golgotha. Okay, so I would say it's Golgotha. It's in Hebrew. He died there. So it's Golgotha. For the date, what do we have here? 2/9. Wait, that's the referring to the chapter? Chapter 19? There it is. X1X is the chapter, and the verse is 17. So it would be Golgotha, X, Y, X, Y, X, I, X, and verse 17. That's the crucifixion. I have no other clue how to solve this, if this was not correct. Just saying. Is the date important though? 8th of Nisan. No, I think she was just referring to place, chapter, and verse for the first part.
What hole should I put the nails in?
Well, I can't really advise you there, because I haven't exactly made the best choices myself. All I can say is that you have to insert 1 to choose a town, 1 to choose a chapter, and 1 to choose a verse.
Yeah, okay, we're doing it. We are doing it! One to choose a town. Golgotha. 1 to choose a chapter. X, I, X. That's 10 plus 10 minus 1. 19. And verse 17.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Okay, so far so good. I had seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way. Put it in your hand? No.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels.
Analyze the wheel of the icons of the dates of the moons. Oh shit, do we have to determine how the moon was on that very special date?
Look at this. There are notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon, then to a date, and finally, the date to the moon.
I have to link the name of the town, Golgotha. I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen, the crucifixion, so Golgotha, to an icon. We gotta search for the correct icon. Wouldn't that be the crown of thorns right in the top right now? We'll check on that again, but it would be just that. Then to a date, that would be the 26th March 33 or something else, because these dates don't look familiar. Gotta have a look. And finally, the date of the moon. Huh. Okay. Let's have a look at the icons.
There are different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels. Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest. Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Yep. They do. So I really think... Okay, so this is the resurrection down there. That's the how's it called? If you get dipped into the water. Oh god, I'm so bad. I'm just lacking the word in English right now. But you know what I mean. This one I'm not sure. Could be the bread that you share, the last meal, the last supper. The crown of thorns, I would say. That's a dove. Oh, birth. Yeah, that could be. It's not bread, it's birth. But yeah. That one is a good question. And it's a bit tough to see. Is that a cross? No, it's a sword. It's a sword. And what's down there? Can't even see that.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793,
Crown of
in a
thorns,
place near
definitely.
Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Definitely the crown of thorns.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Oh wait, we can't do it right now. Okay, but crown of thorns would be correct. Resurrection is a dove. Oh, yeah. It fits. Well, okay. So now we have the dates. We had 8th of Nisan, 3793. That would be 26th March 33 or 7 Shaban minus 607. I'm not sure how to read that. Anyways, how do we get this connected to this one? This is 1A, 3J. We have 2 8 Nissan. Yeah, it's true. does have a 3 at the end. But I also don't know what that means. We do have an 8A here. What do you mean? Try to be smart one time. Wow. Well, just by looking at this sheet here. It's 4 years before the other date, right? 8th of April, 29. Well, it's not complete. It's not well, 4 years, but 3 years at a bit. So does the 3 at the end refer to years in front of? In front of the other date of the death? I don't know. Yeah, no, it's fine. We'll figure this out. So I would say we have to find the corresponding date. Right? So we have the crown of thorns that would go to Golgotha. And we would have to align it with the date. Oopala. I'm getting confused with the letters. A, J, A, M, F, S. And we can't even make out the last one down there due to the blood. If there is one. Tough to say. Yeah.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
I really do have my problems. Oh, this is probably to align circles, right? I really do have my problems with the date. The date of the crucifixion is the 8th of Nisan, 3793. I don't get behind the difference between 8 Nisan and 8 Nisan 3. What does the 3 mean? On the other dates... Well, let's take the middle part there. We always have minus in the end to subtract something. Right? Let's take a look at the bottom there. 3793 is the year that we need. We have 8 Nisan 3793. And we have in the bottom line 14 Nisan 3793. So the year corresponds, and that goes to 33. The year 33. So the correct date should be 26th of March 33. And to get to, well, to get, so to say, 3 and a bit years back in time, we have to put the 3 at the end of 8 Nisan. Wait, no, it doesn't make any sense. I'm confusing myself here to the very best. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would say so. Doesn't help me though, does it? The middle ones, at least not yet. We have to transfer the date from the right. To the other dates. And even if I actually knew what the 3 is meaning there in the end, we still have no connection towards these. S 26M. Hoppala. What do the letters mean? I was about to I don't know, transfer them to time spans. M could stand for months, A for years, but I don't think that works. Wow, okay. The rest was very easy to figure out so far, but can I analyze the dates?
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
That could have helped. Why didn't I? Did I check for this earlier on and just forget about it? Did I check this earlier? Or did I just totally ignored it to some extent?
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April and M for March. I think these symbols must represent a specific date.
That is exactly the info that I needed. Because now it is clear it should be 26M because it's the 26th of March. Right? 26M. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. Assuming it's the crown here and 26M here. We still need the moon.
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
That's helpful. Not really.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Uh-huh. Here we need those. So it should be 7 Shaban.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
That should be it, right? 26th March 33 goes with 7th Shaban.
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
Okay.
The moon shadow moves from west to east. The moon shadow moves from west to east.
The moon shadow moves from west to east. From left to right.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
So it starts from the top, goes to the left. Yeah, okay. The problem is we have to find out how the moon was on that day, but how we do it with this thing? Because I tested the moon cycle and it just... What does it tell me?
7th of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
Oh, first quarter. Okay.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Okay. So again,
7th of Shaban,
first
607, first quarter.
So the first quarter is the one after the waxing. So it would be the one to the right now. Going with the 6M right now. Right? Yellow or bright would be how the moon is growing, so to say. On top we have the new moon. Then we go to waxing. Then we go to first quarter. Then we go to this gibbous that I've never heard. Then we have the full moon. And then it goes back.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
I think this is solved. That means we have to put that... the circle with the left bright half, which is currently to the right side, down to Golgotha. And if I did a stupid mistake somewhere, that's fine. We're only gonna lose a hand. Alright? No risk, no fun. But yeah, I tend to overthink things until they are, well, not clear to me anymore. Oh no, Inges, that would be terrible. No. Oh, they can't do that. They can't do the cliffhanger, putting in the hand there. No. Okay. Turn the wheel of the icons. So we have the crown. There it is. Golgotha. The dates 26M. And now the moons. Like that. Let's check it. So we have the new moon, the waxing one. It grows and gets to the first quarter. And it's gibbous. Then we have the full moon, which is covered in blood. Then we have the other gibbous. Last quarter. That should be waning then. Not the waxing, but the waning. And then new moon. Okay. We have 26M. 26th of March. And we have the crown. Crown of Thorns. Right? It's the red symbol, right? Yeah. On everything on Golgotha. Fuck. Okay, anything else? I think we just gotta put it in. Oh god! Please use the left hand. In case we lose it. We're doing it!
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Okay, let's check it first. Golgotha, Crown of Thorns, 26M, and the first quarter. Fuck. Call it. What?
That was a close one.
Louis,
Eh?
you frightened me.
It looks like I've got another chance to find the right solution, just barely though.
I just... Wait, what? Okay, I'm confused now. What did I do? I pulled it out again, right? I reacted. What? I panicked. What? So it wouldn't have been the right solution? Okay, now I'm completely lost now. What? I mean, we just lost 7 points. That's okay. I can live with that, but I had too many points anyway. Yeah. I don't know what to do now. I would still say this is the right solution, but why did we have the option to pull it out again? Did I mix something up? Okay, I'm completely lost now. Would the game give us the option to pull it out again if it was correct? I don't think so. Yeah, What? Because I lost points? What do you mean? Reki, you think you know what went wrong? Did we do a mistake? You can tell me if we did a mistake. Not tell me the mistake, but you can tell me if we did one. I'm pretty sure on Golgotha. I'm pretty sure on the crown as well. I'm pretty sure on the... That's cheating. I'm pretty sure on the date as well. There's no other solution. I'm not so completely sure on the moons. I mean, it could be the other way around. That the dark space, so to say, that the dark space is the moon and not the bright one. That would make no sense to me, because for me the moon is bright, yeah? I'm sorry, this looks right to me. We have the new moon, which is totally empty, or full, however you want to call it. Then we have the waxing moon. And we have the first quarter. 26M first quarter. Let's check this here again. 26 March 33. Uh, 26 March 33 goes to 7 Shaban. Yeah, don't give it away. Seventh of Shaban. Should be correct. 7 Shaban.
Seventh of Shaban, 607, first quarter.
First quarter.
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
The moon shadow. The moon shadow moves from west to east. So the shadow goes, this is mirrored for you now, from west to east. That means it reveals the moon on the left side. So the left side would be bright. That is exactly how it is here. The left side is bright. The shadow is going away to the right. It's leaving to the right. I still think this is the right solution. I mean, we would know if I didn't react so stupidly and just, you know, pulled it out again. It's not so much fun to me right now because I'm really anxious of losing my hand, and I lost my points. Yeah, because I was just scared. Why is that good? It feels like you want to go against me. Why? My run is currently still fine. At least somewhat.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states: waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm still convinced that this is the right solution, as I was before, but I was scared, that's why I pulled it out. New moon is entirely shadowed. Then we have the waxing moon. So the shadow moves to the right, and the moon is revealed on the left side. Then we have the first quarter. If I lose it now, fair.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
That's
Good
alright.
luck.
And I don't deserve it. I don't deserve my hand if this is wrong. Because I'm absolutely convinced that this is correct. I'm convinced for like, I don't know, half an hour now, but oh, fuck it. Okay, I lost it. That I'm too dumb. I'm sorry. Well, we got all the keys. We found the Lost Cross. Reviewed conference results with Manuel Godoy. Some points about the Almighty Sphere. Found out that George Washington was still investigating the disappearance of the mother. Unlocked the first wheel of the crypt door. And yeah, we get our arm cut off by the mechanism. Because I don't know why. I wonder what happens now, though. I mean, this is a pretty bad situation. We've lost our hand and still didn't find the right solution. So I still have only one death and only one dead hand. You were here with 3 deaths and 2 hands. Yeah. More people are alive in my run. More people, less hands. It's a weird formula, but it works so far. I'm pretty curious what happens next. My goodness. Oh. But yeah. Damn. Oh. I really feel like we did very well up to that last part with the moon. I mean, yeah, I had to figure out that M stands for March, because I didn't click that hint. That could have helped and saved us like, I don't know, 15 minutes? That was so stupid. I could have just clicked it. I didn't do it, yeah. Anyways, that was okay though, but then the moon thingy. Damn. But I can imagine a lot of people fail that. I hope I'm not alone. Oh my. Well, episode 4 will be extremely interesting now.